Feeders and antennas. Feeders. The wire connecting a transmitter to an antenna or aerial is called the feeder. The feeder is carrying powerful radio frequency signals which will radiate from any piece of wire. To prevent radiation from the feeder, it is usually made as coaxial cable, shown in picture 6.1. A coaxial cable contains a center conductor which carries the signal and an outer screen. The primary purpose of the screen is to confine the signal within the cable. Picture 6.13 coaxial cables of varying braid densities. The outer screen is usually braided to provide a good continuous covering. The inner conductor may be a single thick piece of wire or a few twisted strands. The top coaxial cable in photo 6 has poor braided coverage which will not screen well and is best avoided. The bottom one has a denser braid, giving good screening. The other type of feeder, sometimes used on HF, is twin feeder, shown in picture 6.2. This has two unscreened wires running parallel to each other. This type of feeder is balanced. That is to say, it has equal and opposite signals on the two conductors. Figure 6.1 shows the difference between balanced twin and unbalanced coaxial feeders. The signals on balanced twin feeder and unbalanced coaxial feeder. Twin feeder might be expected to radiate since neither conductor has a screen. Because the signals on each conductor are equal and opposite, any radiation from one conductor is cancelled out by the radiation from the other, so there is no overall radiation. However, this type of feeder should be kept away from other conductors or objects to avoid upsetting the balance. Feeder loss. All feeder cables exhibit loss because some of the RF energy is converted to heat by the resistance of the feeder. Longer feeders have a greater loss. The loss increases with frequency, so low loss feeders should be chosen for HF-VHF operation. Most manufacturers quote the loss in a scientific unit called dB. The lowest dB loss per unit length should be chosen. If 10 meters of feeder has 1 dB loss, then 20 meters will have 2 dB loss. A 3 dB loss is half the power. It follows that 10 watts of power fed into 30 meters of that feeder gives 5 watts of RF at the far end, and there is 5 watts of heat warming up the feeder rather than being radiated as a radio signal. Feeder impedance. All feeders possess a property called characteristic impedance, which is related to the way it is manufactured. Coaxial cable for amateur use has an impedance of 50 ohms. Impedance is a type of resistance which is relevant to RF signals. The term is covered further at an intermediate level. The full meaning of this term is covered in later courses. For now, it is sufficient to note that it is important consideration in ensuring radio frequency signals are fed efficiently to the antenna. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and catch you on air 7.3. All the best. M0 FXB.